Hi, William. Thank you for coming today.
Hi.
So, my name is Jennifer, and I'm new to the social work. I graduated at Westfield State University last year, and I've been working with this company for just about a year because I was doing the internship here with them. But I'm happy to connect with you today. My first question is, what is it that brought you to this office today?
Okay, the reason I came in is because I've been having a problem with depression lately. Just feeling down.
So, about how long have you been experiencing that?
Only a couple of months. Um, it's coincident with a new medication that I'm taking for blood pressure.
And is that a typical side effect for that?
It is. It happens to be the number one side effect. And I don't usually get side effects, but I did this time.
Have you experienced depression in the past?
Oh, absolutely. I've had, well, my whole childhood was depression. My father was a monster, but then I had it again when I got divorced around that time, married the first time, and my wife left me. I got very depressed, and I got therapy then, and then I got depressed again when my second wife died.
Hmm. It sounds like that's a lot for one person.
Perhaps, I guess there's some people who are depressed their entire lives. I'm usually happy, or if I'm not happy, I'm content.
So this sounds like this is impacting you more because it's not a state of being that you're used to or accustomed to.
That's correct. I don't. This is not my norm. Um, so that's why it's bothering me probably more than other people who have more repeat sessions. So it's yeah, because I'm usually, like I said, usually in a good mood.
That makes sense. I mean, you you know, you've lived a long life so far, and for this being something that's not typical for you, I can see that it might be unsettling, and I'm glad that you came to seek treatment for that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do about it. Because it's depression brings on other problems.
Yes, it can. What are you experiencing in particular?
Oh, procrastination. It's horrible, horrible. I've always been on top of all my bills and everything, and recently I let my homeowner's insurance lapse and my auto insurance lapse, and I've been late on my credit card bills, and I always pay all of those things early. So it's not just being depressed; it's the procrastination symptom that it's really going to get me in trouble.
So it sounds like it's hard for you to maybe get motivated
Absolutely,
or to maybe even get motivated to start a task, never mind trying to complete a task.
exactly.
Yeah. So, what are some of your symptoms that you've experienced? Not just like not paying bills or some other kind of task oriented stuff. What are some like emotional or bodily symptoms you've been
Um,
experiencing?
Well, I feel enormously depleted, and I know it's from my mind, not from my body. I just
Mm.
feel like it's just difficult to get out of a chair, or to get out of bed, or to do anything simple. I mean, I normally make coffee in the morning, and I have trouble getting up to just do that.
So, do you feel like your body feels extra heavy?
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that can be typical with depression. Just because it's typical doesn't mean it feels okay, but I understand that as being a major symptom for some people. Um, have you tried anything in the past that you found that was a little bit motivating for you when you were feeling unmotivated?
Yeah, it's just to make a list and then
Mm-hmm.
look at that list and do it. But I've had trouble even making a list. I started making a list, but I only got like 4 or 5 things on it. And I do have a lot of things that I really should be attending to, but I'm just not doing it.
What are some other things that you would say are your strengths? Like, what are some personal attributes or characteristics that you have? You did mention that you're typically, a happy, content person.
Well, I normally like talking with people, and I've been avoiding people. Um, it's like I really go all the time, all the time. I meet people when I go out. I always talk with people around me, even in places like a subway where the norm is
Mm-hmm.
people don't talk.
Right.
But I noticed lately, if I see one of my neighbors outdoors, I don't go out. You know, I wanted to bring the trash out yesterday, and I didn't go because I saw one of my neighbors. I just wanted to be alone.
You just don't feel like maybe you have the energy to associate with other people, or
That's exactly right.
yeah. Yeah, it can take a lot of energy, especially when, you're sounds like you're kind of like this is a new feeling for you. You're typically outgoing and social, and now you don't even want to speak to your neighbor. So that does seem like a lot. But what I'd like to do today is try to identify um, some things moving forward that we can work on to help get you more motivated and getting some of the things done in social and whatever other goals you may have. But it sounds to me that first off, you want to be able to be on top of your bills and then become social again.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Um, the other question I wanted to ask is, do you have any past experience with doing mental health therapy?
Yeah. I did after my first wife left. I went to mental health therapy for about a year. At first, it was 3 times a week, and then it got spread out, and I had a terrible feeling of loss at that point. And the only other time I've had therapy was for something unrelated, but it has to do with the child I'm taking care of. I was feeling a lot of grief, and that grief, not, I'm using the wrong word. I'm sorry, because I was thinking about the grief that I had when my wife left me, and then when my second wife left me by dying. Both of those impacted me tremendously. But this other thing was guilt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking care of a 14-year-old, and I love this child. And the problem was, I love my children, and I was afraid that they were going to feel hurt that I also loved someone else as a child. And also, I felt guilty that I took this girl away from her parents. But I went to therapy for a few sessions, and I was able to identify that I talked to my daughter about this, just bringing it out instead of having it work in my head. I talked to my daughter about it, and I talked to the girl's parents, and both said it was okay. That they were
Mm-hmm.
good with that.
Sounds like you have a lot of insight.
I spend a lot of time inside my head. My brain is always working, and I, it has since I've been a kid. I superanalyze everything I did.
Yeah. So it can be a strength, but in times like now, sometimes it can not feel like a strength and more of a burden.
You're right. At times, it's a real burden.
Okay, well, I would like to meet with you again if you are interested.
Yeah, it seems like I was able to talk to you easily, so that felt good. Thank you.
That's good. Thank you. So next during our next meeting, we'll continue what we built upon today. So we were identifying your strengths and what some of your needs were, and we'll create a recovery treatment plan for you. Does that sound good?
Yes, thank you. Thanks again. Next
All
time, I
right.
hope it's a little longer, though.
Thank you, William. I look forward to our next
All
session.
right, bye for now.
Bye bye.